Greetings and welcome to Dyson Sphere Program. I'm Dgray and today we continue our Let's Play tutorial of this new game that just came out. Where we last episode just got our science up and running and set up our main bus. In between episodes I haven't done much. I looked a bit at our what's it called, splitters, because I noticed last episode that it had the different functions. And to be honest, because of that I did change a small amount of things. Pretty much setting the splitter to a forward direction with the one where it goes in and splits to the side, since that makes it a lot easier to jump across and it can make it a bit more compact. So we'll keep working with this design going forward, and I think it's going to be quite good. So what I've planned for you guys in today's episode is pretty much starting our main bus. So starting the production line and making everything and adding it onto the main bus. That is at least what I want to try, to see if that is viable in Dyson Sphere Program, the same way it is in Factorio. So with that out the way, let's start to set up our first productions. If you look at these, I'll maybe give it one space in between. Don't know if it'll be enough, but let's try and start with that for now. And let's see what we have to do. Our assembly machine, we have a ton of recipes, but I want to build all the components. All of these, as we've talked about earlier, I might want to skip those for later, since they're quite easy to handcraft as soon as you have all the materials. So let's start from the start. We need magnetic coils. To that we need what's it called, the magnetic ring, pretty much. And to get that, we have to actually get a different machine first, and that is our normal smelter. So let's try and set it up right here, and this will be our first production line. So I want you to make the magnet. That is pretty much the first thing we need that we don't have on the main bus. So an easy way to do it, we will start to get a splitter. We'll do a completely normal four-way splitter, since iron ore is the bottom one. We want to go in here on the back, so pretty much right here. Very easy to line up, very easy to do. We hook it up, we drag it this way, and that is pretty much that part. Then we'll hook up some inputs for it. We will add an output here on the back, going this way. And we'll have to hook that up somewhere over here, where we have some room for the first one. So let's just get this tree out the way. Shift right click to queue up a bit of action. And now that we have this, we can start to power it. As I said in the last episode, I want to do maybe 4 at a time, just because then we have at least a 400% increase from 1, which just makes expansion a bit easier than it otherwise would have been. So quickly hook these up, very easy to do. Quickly hook up some outputs over here, also very easy to do. There we are, and voila. One thing I do enjoy doing, the same as we did over here with a bit of storage where we can pick it up, I kind of want to do that on the end of these, just for the sake of being able to pick up a bit of production without taking them from here, where they don't stack that high. So if we do this, it does need to be fast, it does need to be a place for me to grab a few things on the fly. Hook it up, too close, like this. Let's give it 2, 1, 2. And just hook you up. That way we'll always have a bit in storage, which would be quite nice. Let's just do maybe 2 for now. We could also do an entire row. Let's do a row, that'll be fine. So that way we have a bit of storage going, and the rest will continue down towards our main bus and being useful different places. So let's hook it up. We can't fit it in between, but we can fit it right here at the back. Let's do it here and there for now. Then we'll drag you over here to hook up to our little network. You'll see in just a second. There we go. That will start to produce everything we need. Let's just paste this recipe. And we are off to the races. Very nice estimation. Very nice on the main line already. If you click on it, you can see this can transport 6 cargoes per second. One of these produces 40 per minute, so that's a bit less than 1 per second. So this is about 3 per second, I'm guessing. 8, 12. So that gives us at least enough capacity on the belt to handle all 4 of these running full speed. Also building up a bit back here, which is very nice. So now for the exciting part of this. We have to hook this up. And just to make sure, let's get some more belts crafted. I'll also empty out a bit of our inventory. And that'll make us able to set up the next thing in just a minute. So firstly, let's distract these over here so we know how far they have to go. Here. Here and there. Then we'll take the top ones as well. Jump it off 2 if we can. We will need to put a split on top of this one to get it through. That is rather important. So F7, oh, F7, there we go. Just a normal splitter. Should enable us to take this one into that one. And then we can actually go over here. We'll just do that everywhere for now until we figure out how to do this properly. So this is kind of the design I want to use for our main bus. A bit different from Factorio, mostly because it's a vertical factory line. But to be honest, I think it's going to be quite easy to work with. So if you see here, to get it to go over here, we can't go through these. They won't allow us, just so you see here, colliding with another object. But as we've planned out so far, we can use this little thing. Can maybe move it back just a few, just to make it easier to see what's gonna happen. We'll add it in right here. And the magic thing of this is, if we do that, take it from here, we can start to drag it across to the next place where it has to go in. If we do that, we will see where does the next one fit over here. Let's tap it out to the one we need. That'll be right there, will fit in. Then we'll take it from, this one takes from the top, goes one down. So that will be very easy to do. So from here, we'll hook you in and you'll continue along this way. But we need to stop this one because I had it lifted. You can do that with the keybinds, or with the, if you here at the top right, lift one, down one level, or press 0 on the numpad to get it all the way down. So there we are. That is pretty much the next thing on the main bus.
Your production compound has reached a certain scale.
Ah,
now
thank you.
Click the statistics panel at the bottom right corner of the screen.
And we have a statistics panel.
It includes the output consumption of each item, electricity data, etc. Use these dynamic data.
So here we can see our production line. How fast we're producing, how much we've produced so far of everything. And then we're able to figure it on local planets, entire solar system, or entire star cluster. We can do product ascending and such, and different time frames. I'll set it to 10 minutes for now, so you can see we're producing. And it hasn't been a lot so far, but it will start to scale up quite significantly now that we have our main bus going. So the next thing we want to produce, if we look at this one, I think it's the next one we want to do. We'll give ourselves a bit of room to make sure we can get the belts in. Right now I'm going with 1 in between. We could go with 2 to make it easier, but it seems it does leave enough room for it to go down next to it. I want to leave 2 in between, just I don't want it too cramped. That's never good at the start of a new game, because you still want to figure out what we can do. So let's start it right there. Was that 1 or 2 spots? Was there still only 1? I have to get used to these grid lines. It was the only 1. So let's just move it up 1 more. So I think it should be right there, I'm guessing. That should leave us with 2 spots, just to give us a bit of room. That means we'll have something going in here. We'll start to craft that. That will pretty much be our gear wheels. Or just gears in Dyson Sphere. That is the only thing I'm not producing so far at the old or start of things over here. So let's just hook that up. It needs iron, so it needs the top one here. Now for the exciting part, how am I gonna hook it up? From what I understand, if we just do a normal splitter right here, and we'll do one of these up top, we'll rotate it so it has the top one going down this way. And let's remove this a small amount, so we can have iron, normal iron going in. Oh, did I do that wrong? And now for the exciting part, how to do this. Do I need to do it like that? Let's see, if 4... Oh yeah, we just need a normal splitter up top. That will take it off. So normal splitter out. There we are. And then we'll just take one of you. We'll actually have to do, I think maybe 2 even. If that's gonna work. Otherwise we'll just kinda have to take it down some other way. Yeah, that's gonna be exciting to see how this is gonna work. We'll figure it out as we get along. For now, we can able to hook it up. Something like this would work. Not sure it's the way I want to do it though. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. That goes in. That will give us iron to our little furnace. Our little assembly machine. If any of you can see a better way of doing this, do say so. Because I want to make it as good as possible. Because if you start to do it in here in the middle, it will just take it down 1 and below. Hopefully there's enough room for that. We'll figure it out as soon as we have to take some of the back things. But here we are. That's fine for now. Gear wheels, I would like to take you in to see if this works. I would like to copy. Let's just take 4 of you. Let's craft a few. Just have to go back and grab a few things so we can get electronic circuits from our old setup, or current setup over here. Let's see, didn't we set that up? Oh, we have it right here. If there's any left in storage, that is. That's empty. Iron, copper. Here's some copper. Let's grab some iron for you to get the production going again. Let's grab all of it. That's fine. Maybe limit this one to this amount of science just for now, so we can build up a bit of a surplus here. And here's some magnet rings as well. There we are, perfect. So now that will go, that will slowly produce all we need, and then we are off to the races. Got some iron, copper. Let's grab some bit of iron. Then it should be good. You can just craft a few. Yeah. Good. Couldn't Fury just activate this to get it to go? There we are. Here is some upgrades for you. And we'll take it out on the opposite side. To right there. Very, very nice. So that is fine. That works as intended. Here is the outputs. We'll do a 4th one here. We'll do a little chest. Put some room in between. Unfortunately, you can't shift click the input size yet. So for now, we'll just do it this way to have it. And there we are. Bit of power and we are good to go. And let's see, can we get the power line somewhere good? There for now and there. just to try and keep it organized a bit. And as simple as that, we now have gears being produced that we can use for more things further down the line. Again, let's get it into this line. Maybe we have to get it up twice up for it to be in the correct spot. That is kind of what I'm wondering, how we should get it over here correctly if we're doing it this way. So we want it to go in right here. Well, we can't build these on these. That's actually a bit of an issue, but we will sort it out somehow. So let's see, we'll take you first, just to get you down the line. We know where to go. Always exciting when building new things, if things will work out as you have planned. Oh, don't do that. And let's go down that way again. Please go to here. There. Here, and let's get the rest of them. Robots slowly building at the same time, trying to catch up with the amount of things we're giving it to do. And now we have to figure out, we have to get this one to the fourth or the third row over here. Pretty much the same height as this. So do we go above this and in? I think that is the correct way to do it. So always go above. So if you have to be on layer 1, you go to layer 2 crossing. If you go to layer 3, you go to layer 4 and down. I think that seems to be the best way to do it. So hopefully we place this far enough back to get up that high. Otherwise we will have to move it a small amount. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, was that too high? Oh, that's 1, 2, 3. Maybe right here will be good. Let's try this height. Is that what we need? If I can get it to go here. Stop colliding with things. Oh, lack of items. It is a bit wonky once in a while, the building function. That's something we will have to look at. Let's get these away. Let's grab some gear wheels. That's luckily being produced now. Look at that. That's so good. Let's go get some more iron. Because I think if we go with that system, so on layer 1 we go to layer 2 to cross across. And on layer 3 we go to layer 4. Because that way we can easily merge it into our main bus. Let's get rid of some of all this. Can't I drop it off anywhere? You want that? Just gonna make what's it called? Random items just for now that I don't need, because they're clogging up my inventory. All of these ores, trees, the rest we do need. Those are good to have. There we are. Let's grab some things over here if these have stopped producing. Let's see. Thank you. Thank you. So, that is fine. Our production line is actually looking very good, even though we have to work out a few things on the fly. But that is why I'm trying to keeping it very organized, because otherwise it will be a lot harder to do many of these things. And yeah, it's hard enough just figure out all the recipes as we go. So let's try this again. Now that we have a few more items being crafted. 200 some belts for now. Let's see, you want to... Let's see... 1, 2, 3, 4. Can I get you up one higher, please? That would be very nice. Let's see if we can get one place just so we know where to go. Can I do it over here? Let's do it for here for now, and then we'll figure it out, because then we can just delete the few that's in the way. Let's get rid of you. Then right here. Oh, we are running into one issue here. that I'm noticing right now if we want to do it is that we can't build here without foundation. So let's look at our recipes. The foundation is, let's see, right here. Let's see if we can't get that researched. This is steel. This is the environmental modification. It's actually very important to get everything up and running. So that is the thing I want to get first. Maybe we can just start from here and go in without using one of these. But it is a much easier thing to do with the splitters. Unfortunately, no foundation support. So let's do this instead. You go. Can I get you one down? Just want you to go to pretty much. Ooh, that's way higher. To right here, I think. Have to remove a few things and see if we can't get it lined up very nicely. Oh, I didn't hit the right spot. There we are. Did that work? Ooh, it seems like it will just have enough room if you do it like that. So, right above the other one, then go down and merge in. Hopefully that fits everywhere, because that makes it a lot easier to build. If you can do it as simple as that. So, one more thing on the main line. Very, very nice. And we're looking very, very organized as we go forward. So, what is the next thing we want? We have research chugging along. That is very good. We have magnets, we have gear wheels. Do we want to get magnetic coils and circuit boards next? I think that will be the two next ones that's quite needed. So let's hook these up. Let's see if we can't get this to flow. So 1, 2. Is that correct? That'll give us a bit of room in between. Because right now, as you can see, we'll need 2 lines going in for these. So that might mean we'll have to do it a bit differently. And to be honest, it might be easier just putting down the belts first to see how it goes. So 1, 2. 1, 2. 2 lines of materials in. Hook up, or 2, 3, 4. And then we'll see if we're close enough. Let's start with magnetic coils. Just copy it over here. There we are. Just lacking a bit of materials now. Very, very easy. So go there and go there. So we need one from all the way over here. Now we're going to go into issues with lacking the foundation to do this. But yeah, we'll make room for it. Then as soon as the foundation is done, we'll make some. And then we can get landfill in this little lake. I think that'll be the best solution for our little issue. So continuing down to circuit boards. The trees are way, to be honest, we don't need to chop them down. We can just build on top of them. Let's see, we want 2 lines in one more time. We'll have one going out here. Then we'll have 1, 2 in between. Then we have one going in there and one going in there. And let's see. Let's get 1, 2, 3, 4. That seems very, very good. And this was for circuit boards. Once we can just remove these, do shift click. There we are. So that is that. I'll just go pick up a bit of these so they can run from my inventory as well. Just to speed up the process a small amount. And to be honest, we should just let things flow while we build. At least research wise, so we don't have to wait for them. Let's just grab a few hundred here. now goes a bit faster, because we are working on it. Of course it takes power from my mech, but that is fine. So after this one is built, what is the next thing we want on our main line? Looking very smooth, very organized at the moment. We then want... we need to make steel somewhere as well. We'll have to make that further back. So that is magnets, gears, coils, circuits. We could in theory set up electric motor as well. We could also set up the prisms, or plasma exciter. And the prism. So prism first, then plasma exciter, and then we do this one afterwards. I think that'll be a good way to do it, to get all the basic productions done. Also have to get rid of that. But let's see. Assembly machines, let's make a few. Like grab some gears. Cute. Let's craft a few more. Yeah, now we have enough. That's 16 more. That should last us quite a while. So, let's go out this way. And then we'll do the plasma things. There we are. They only needed one item in. Is that correct? That is correct, and that is the glass. So, 1, 2, and there we are. To plasma, or prism, sorry. I don't know why I keep calling it plasma. There we are. Oh, this looks so good. I love it when we have it this organized. Let's see, what is the next? That'll give us one out. Right there. Then we'll take one more time like this. I think the next one requires 2 items in. It does, so that is fine. 1, 2. 1, 2. And let's get you hooked up one more time. Of course, let's change the recipe to what we need. Being the plasma exciter. Perfect. 1, 2, 3, 4. Building out at a nice steady pace, giving our robots a lot to do. I have to go back and get some coal soon again. We are running through power quite fast with the research and the building. But if you remember, we can always just place down a wireless power tower. And charge ourselves. Let's make a few. Just to have in my inventory in case we run out of power. Let's get one out. There we are. That production line is looking very good, very smooth. And hopefully as soon as the foundation is done, we can set up a nice tutorial, nice setup for that. So now that we have all of this, one thing I actually do want to add onto the main boss is actually steel. So should we make a nice little steel setup back here? I can see our iron is most definitely not keeping up anymore. And we'll have to probably expand out the production quite a bit. Because this is not looking good. So yeah, we'll have to do a much bigger expansion here going forward. For now, oh, we have gears here. For now though, I kind of just want to get steel running. Just a small amount. So can we do it right here? Just getting a little chest with steel made. Just to have some in storage. Steel takes 3 iron, so rather expensive. And I think it's a bit cheaper than in Factorio. I think it's 5 iron for 1 steel there. So in that regard, it's a bit better. Let's take you to there and you to there. Then you can just make some steel. It needs a bit faster transport than that. Could use a fast one. For now, I'll just make some of these because we still have a lot of inputs that we can use. So hopefully this will make it able to keep up. Seems so. Power-wise, looking very good. No issues still. And this is starting to fill up again. So that goes environmental modification. You can unlock the foundation. This can flatten the surface of a planet by either leveling mountains or filling an ocean. If used to raise the land, it will consume soil piles, but if used to lower the land, it will give soil piles. And the soil is what we see down here at the bottom right once in a while. I don't think there's any other place to see it. So 9 environmental modification. Here is the foundation. It requires stone and steel. So rather expensive, but should be fine. Just set up a little production area somewhere. Vein restore. In this mode, lay foundation can restore the buried veins. There can be no building in the restoration point, otherwise the function will be invalid. So that made we can get resources back, just normal foundation, and no decoration. I'm not quite sure what it is. What the decoration is. Maybe that is tree something? We'll go with no for now. And look at here. Here's soil piles. We have 120k. So yeah, that's gonna be good. Now to hook up a little production. I kind of want it to be right here. And what if we just take... I'm guessing it's made in one of these. 1, 2. Place it down. Look here. We have soil. Oh, foundation. There we are. You will just grab a bit of steel. And it's not the best place to have it. But for now it will work for what we need. And then we'll just get a nice storage chest here filled with stone. And then in a little bit, when we have some, we'll start to landfill in the ocean over here. And get it on the main bus just to make our lives a bit easier. And to make some room to expand our smelting setup here. Because that is gonna be lacking very soon. Let's get you hooked up. And can we build something around here where you can store these? Do we have room for it? Luckily we do. So that's gonna be our current setup for at least us getting the basic building materials to get this running. So let's grab a ton of stone. We want stone in this one. You can have it there. Look at that. That's actually building quite fast. 45 per minute. And it can just barely keep up. Does it stop at some point? A little bit. So can I just upgrade one like this? No, we have to remove it to get one. This one takes 3 chips per grid. This takes 1.5, so this is twice the speed. And let's see if this can make sure it runs non-stop. Oh, it easily can. It might be the steel issue then. That we can solve as well. There we are. Look at that. That is fine. So, before we end this episode, let's just check the foundation in work and how it works. I think that will be a quite nice way to end this episode here when the sun is going down. Because the next episode we can start to hook up this massive production area here, which is gonna be very, very cool. So let's see, environmental, no decoration. As you can see, this area is a 2x2.
A terrain leveling tool. Yet we cannot use it to change the planetary landforms at will. We can only level the surface to
Ground zero.
If the foundation
Is used for high grounds.
it will gain soil power. On the contrary, if it is used on the ocean or low-lying areas, it must consume soil power. When installing the foundation, either choose a kind of decoration or without decoration. Even only
Just a thing. Here we can see how to do it. This will consume 2 farms of soil and pretty much 4 foundations. We have 35. That's going to be 16. So let's see if we do it right here in the middle. As simple as that. It gives us a little nice outline of what it does. And it doesn't consume anything more than what we place down. Lack of items, we only have 15. So look at that, we can pretty much landfill this in, get all of this running. But as I said, I'll save the rest of this for next episode. Then it's gonna be fun to see how we can hook up all of our resources going forward. And what we can do. So thanks so much for watching, guys. Do comment what you think about this build. If it's gonna work or if it's gonna run into some kind of issues. I'm looking forward to at least expanding it out even more to see if a main boss build is possible to do. So far it looks like it is, and I'm looking forward to seeing just how powerful it will be in terms of getting things done. So do remember to like and subscribe if you want to see more of this kind of content. It helps me out a lot and it helps me with the YouTube algorithm. And come join us on Discord. We are quite a few people that already have this game and are playing it, so come share your thoughts and your experiences. That will be very fine. So with that, I've been Dgray and I will see you in the next episode. Bye guys.